Mr. Speaker, will you please call the House to order?
The House will come to order. In the absence of clergy, let us pause for a moment of silence. Visitors are invited to join the members in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A quorum being present, the clerk will read the Journal of Monday, May 16th.
Mr. Speaker, I move to dispense with a further reading of the Journal of Monday, May 16th, and that the same stand approved.
Without objection, so ordered. Mr. Morelli.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Let me just take us down the memory lane. Thank you. I was searching for the words, and Ms. Hooper provided them. Memory lane on this day, May 17th. For instance, 12 years ago on this day, 2004, the first legal same-sex marriage in the United States was performed in the state of Massachusetts. Marcia Kadish and Tanya McCluskey of Malden, Massachusetts became the first legally married same-sex partners in the United States. On that day, 77 other couples were married across the state. On this day in 1954, the United States Supreme Court handed down a unanimous decision in Brown versus the Board of Education of Topeka, Kansas. The landmark case declared state laws establishing separate public schools for black and white students to be unconstitutional. And on this day in 1792, the Buttonwood Agreement was signed establishing the New York Stock Exchange. Originally boasting a membership of only 24 stockbrokers and members, they met inside a coffee house at the corner of Wall and Water Street. The exchange has since grown into the world's largest stock exchange with an average daily trading value of $170 billion. I'm not sure they could have foreseen all of that. But as for foreseeing what we will be doing today, let me give a brief description of our schedule for the day. Members have on their desks a main calendar. After introductions and housekeeping, we will begin our work today with consent, beginning with calendar number 590. Our principal work for the day will be to take up a number of bills associated with our family's first package. We will otherwise work from the debate list that is on the members' desks, including calendar number 291 by Ms. Nolan. Members should also be aware, if you're a member of the following committees, they will be called off the floor: the Committee on Social Services and the Committee on Ways and Means. So members should stay tuned to those announcements about committees being organized. So with that as a general outline, Mr. Speaker, if there's any housekeeping, and I know there are some introductions, this would be the appropriate time.
Certainly, Mr. Morelli. We do have housekeeping on a motion by Mr. O'Donnell. Page 20, calendar number 327. Bill number 8019, amendments are received and adopted. On a motion by Mr. Cusick, page 24, calendar number 355, bill number 501B, amendments are received and adopted. We have an introduction for that purpose. Mr. Thiel.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's my pleasure today to welcome a family that is here visiting from my district. It's my pleasure to introduce Lori DeFelice and her husband Frank and her daughter Madison. And they were here. I invited them here today because Lori is the owner of a small business in my community, and I chair the small business committee. And she got a particular honor. She owns one of the 7-Eleven franchises. She owns the store in Southampton, and I'm betting, Mr. Speaker, that you probably have driven past that store and maybe have stopped for a cup of coffee at one time or another. It's been a family business for well over 40 years. Lori's father was one of the original 7-Eleven franchisees and ran the store for 46 years before Lori took over the store from her father in 2014. And the reason why she's here today is that she had received an honor from 7-Eleven that I thought was noteworthy and should be brought to the attention of the full assembly. In 2014, 7-Eleven, in honor of their 50th anniversary, started a a contest, basically, among their 8,300 franchisees across the nation, and that is that they would give an award to the store of the 8,300 across the country that sold the most coffee of any franchise in the country. And Lori's store in Southampton has done that 2 years in a row. For 2014 and 2015, she sold 450,000 cups of coffee, which averages about 1,250 a day. And because of that, 7-Eleven has bestowed upon her the title Queen of Coffee for the last 2 years. And her family has been in business in Southampton for many, many years. She runs an extremely successful business, and this national honor that she's obtained is certainly something that is very noteworthy and shows, I think, how important small businesses are. I know when we brought her over to the Capitol today, we made her duck and cover when we went past the Dunkin' Donuts, but you can't have 7-Elevens everywhere. But I would appreciate it if you could give her the courtesies of the House and welcome her here to the Chamber today.
Certainly, Mr. Thiel. On behalf of Mr. Thiel, the Speaker, and all the members, we welcome this extraordinary businesswoman and family here to the New York State Assembly. We extend to you the privileges of the floor. I take mine light and sweet and have often stopped at your facility on the way out to my family's in Sag Harbor. So we've added to that 450,000 any number of times, and I'm proud that you were the winner. Thank you so very much. Mr. Weprin, for the purposes of an introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Next Thursday will be the May 26th, 2016, will be the 50th anniversary of Guyana. And I represent a district in Richmond Hill, which has a very large Guyanese population, also often referred to as Little Guyana. Last week, we actually passed a resolution in honor of that 50th anniversary, and I have a number of constituents of mine who have come up today to celebrate a week early, a week late after our resolution, to celebrate the contributions of the Guyanese people and the 50th anniversary, which is a real milestone. As many of you probably know, Guyana is actually the only English-speaking country in South America, and the contributions of the Guyanese American community in New York City have been great. We have about 140,000 Guyanese Americans living in New York City, many of whom are constituents of mine, but I particularly want to introduce three constituents that are here, and if they could stand when I introduce them. Ashok Ramsaran, who's head of the Global Organization of People of Indian Origin, GOPIO, as well as Rupnarayan Prasad and Santram, I hope I don't botch these names here, Dirk Panjan, who are here from my district in Richmond Hill, and if you could please extend to them your usual warm courtesies and welcome them here today to our chamber.
Certainly. Ms. Heineman, on the same subject.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to celebrate my Guyanese heritage. My father's from Guyana, and I celebrate the 50th year of their anniversary from British rule with my new friends across the chamber. Guyana has been able to produce senators. Senator Prasad is of Guyanese descent. I myself am half Guyanese, the other half is Jamaican. But the bottom line is we're all here in this country because we wanted a better life for our families and our children, so I celebrate that today. Guyana, the land of many waters, and I know my father is watching in South Florida, so I congratulate 50 years, and I'm excited to see what the next 50 years brings to Guyana. Thank you.
Certainly. On behalf of Mr. Weprin, Ms. Heineman, the Speaker, and all the members, we welcome these distinguished members of the Guyanese community here to the New York State Assembly. We extend to you the privileges of the floor. We celebrate with you the 50th anniversary. We hope that this trip will be instructive both to you and to our community about the benefits of Guyanese people in the United States. Thank you so very much, and always feel welcome to come back. Ms. Galef for an introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is a very special day for me because coming from Osnane are a wonderful group of young people and their coaches. This is the Osnane High School girls basketball team, and with their coach, Dan Rickey, upon the occasion of capturing the New York State Class AA Federation Championship. They were supposed to be up here. We passed a resolution in April. They were supposed to come up, but I think we had snow, so we postponed that. But we did pass a wonderful resolution commemorating their win. And just on February 28th, they won the 6th straight sectional championship. On March 4th, they won the 5th consecutive regional title. This just shows that the Osnane girls basketball team have won many of these championships year after year after year. I'm very jealous about their wonderful talents. On March 12th, they had their 4th consecutive win as the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Class AA State Championship. And then on March 19th, right here at our Times Union Center in Albany, they won their first ever New York State Federation title. So I commend and I would ask that you all do too the good work of the Osnane girls basketball team from Pride. I actually come from the home of Pride, which is called Osnane. And we compliment each one of the young ladies and, of course, their coaches. As I said, Dan Rickey is here, who's one of their coaches, and they have assistant coaches, obviously team trainers, and team managers all with us today. So I would ask that you give them a welcome from the House.
On behalf of Ms. Galef, the Speaker, and all the members, we welcome this championship team here to the New York State Assembly. We commend you on your achievements and your accomplishments this year. We hope that in athletics you have been surpassed by none. We hope in academics you will do the same. Basketball and learning go together. We thank you and your coaches for coming and sharing this moment with us. Thank you so very much, and congratulations, and keep up the good work. Mr. Kim for an introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing me to interrupt for an introduction. We are joined today by a number of people from New York City, from the Taiwanese American community, for the annual Taiwan Heritage Day that's held today in Albany, led by our own colleagues, Luis Sepulveda and Senator Ruben Diaz. It's an annual event to bring this community to Albany and celebrate its heritage that has a long history in this state, in this country, a community that has helped push back and really redefine some of the perceptions of what it is to be Asian American, producing great trailblazers like Jeremy Lin to former Controller John Liu. And I'm so proud that every year they have an opportunity to come here. I want to, in particular, acknowledge the Buddhist Light International Association and the Taiwanese American Senior Center. There's over 70 members who have joined us on the floor today. Mr. Speaker, please welcome them and offer them the cordialities of the floor. Thank you.
Certainly. On behalf of Mr. Kim, Mr. Sepulveda, the Speaker, and all the members, we welcome you here to the New York State Assembly. We extend to you the privileges of the floor. We look forward to your celebration this evening, where we will be able to join you, we hope, and that this trip will be instructive to you and to the community at large about the benefits and the great work that is done by Taiwanese Americans here in New York State. Thank you so very much. Always be welcome. Mr. Morelli.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. If we can now go to page 3 of our main calendar, we're going to begin with Resolution 1353 by Ms. Hunter.
Clerk will read.
Resolution 1353, Ms. Hunter. Legislative resolution memorializing Governor Andrew M. Cuomo to proclaim May 2016 as Building Safety Month in the state of New York.
On the resolution, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 1354, Ms. Rosenthal. Legislative resolution memorializing Governor Andrew M. Cuomo to proclaim May 15th through the 21st, 2016 as Prevention Week in New York State in conjunction with the observance of National Prevention Week.
On the resolution, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 1355, Mr. Brabenek. Legislative resolution memorializing Governor Andrew M. Cuomo to proclaim August 2016 as Swiss American Heritage Month in the state of New York.
On the resolution, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 1356, Mr. Court. Legislative resolution memorializing Governor Andrew M. Cuomo to declare September 2016 as Dystonia Awareness Month in the state of New York.
On the resolution, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The resolution is adopted. Mr. Morelli.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members of the Committee on Social Services should make their way to the Speaker's conference room. Mr. Hevesy is anxious to begin their work, so if you would call that committee, sir.
Social Services Speaker's Conference Room, Mr. Hevesy awaits. Mr. Morelli.
Yes, sir. If we can now go to page 47 of the main calendar, and we'll begin with calendar number 590 by Ms. Glick.
Clerk will read.
Assembly 4067, Calendar 590, Ms. Glick. An act to amend the Alcoholic Beverage Control Law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect on the 30th day.
Clerk will record the vote. Mr. Morelli.
Yes, sir. This is our maiden voyage today, so members should cast their votes. And those who are not in the chambers but can hear us would be well advised to come and cast their first vote of the day.
Ships ahoy, Mr. Morelli. If you're in your seat, please vote. If you're at the sound of our voice and not in the chamber, please come in and vote.
Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 104, noes 0.
The bill has passed.
Assembly 4292, Calendar 591, Ms. Galiff, an act to amend the general municipal law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect immediately.
The clerk will record the vote. Do you get this or no? Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 101, noes 0.
The bill is passed.
Assembly 4620, Calendar 592. Ms. Rozak, an act to amend the correction law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect immediately.
Clerk will record the vote.